Welcome, Hoarders. Today we're going to be playing some more Grand Theft Auto 5, and this testing Tuesday we are going to be testing the Vulcar Fagaloa, I believe is how you're supposed to pronounce that, but I'm not really sure. I bought this car, I think the day after it came out, or a couple days after, because I was unsure if I wanted it, but I knew I was going to test it anyway, so I just went ahead and bought it. I like that it looks like a, in some parts, it looks like a Chevy Nomad, like in the tail lights, the back, like, tailgate, and the front headlights, and somewhat of the grill and bumper, front bumper. God. Sorry, I'm a little sick right now, and I just woke up, so I probably sound a lot better than I normally do. But, I kind of like the car. It's really thin looking. That's because it is a thin vehicle. Even in first person, it feels real thin. What else? The mirrors. Really, dude? You had to switch lanes right there, you fucking idiot. The mirrors on this, if you don't notice them right now, they're up above the window, and they come down. I like them, but they were really expensive. They were like 30 grand, I believe it was, to get them put on. What else? You can have vinyl siding on this. You can also have wood on the interior back, like the back portion. You can take off the bumpers, some stuff like that. Another thing that I thought was interesting about this, let's go up here. Boop-a-doop. I'm going to show you the engine. Right there. It's actually pretty cool, except for the camshaft pulleys don't do anything. Like, the cam gears don't fucking move, even though the belt does. But what I find more interesting is that the way the tailgate opens. Look at that, my dudes. That's pretty awesome. I don't know why that I like the fact that it opens like that. It'd be cool if you could put stuff in the vehicles, but, you know, it's not, you know, that in-depth of a game. Performance-wise, it's not very fast. Like, it doesn't have good acceleration. It doesn't have a good high end. I think it tops out at like 80. Steering's not terrible. Braking's pretty good. It doesn't have much torque or anything like that. I guess it's supposed to be based on a Volvo Amazon, which I never heard of prior to this. Prior to this vehicle coming out into GTA 5. I kind of like it, though. I'd like to see them add more Volvo vehicles, like more, I don't know, like brands that aren't expensive brands, like how they keep doing Lamborghini, McLaren, Pagani, stuff like that. I like the nice, fun vehicles that you can just mess around with. What else? Can't really think of anything else about this vehicle. I think I covered pretty much everything. So, let's head on over to the test track and see what we can get with this. Okay, let's see what we can get with this. One thing that I did notice is I keep wanting to say Vulcan instead of Vulcar, and it's somewhat annoying. I think I'm starting to think that Vulcar is a Volvo company, like the generic Volvo for GTA, kind of like Pagani is usually Lamborghini. Wait, is it? Yeah, like the Pegassi Infernus, there's Pegassi Torero. Yeah. But no, that's not always 100% true, though. Sometimes you get vehicles with a name, like the beginning name, is normally associated with a certain brand of real-life cars, but then every once in a while you get one that's not. Like, it's clearly something else. Like, the Imponte Dukes. Imponte on the game was normally, like the Chevy or Pontiac tag, whereas it's actually a Dodge in real life, and Dodge is associated in the game with Bravado. I don't know, I thought that was kind of interesting. I was thinking of making separate playlists for each vehicle brand, instead of having all the vehicles in one list for just GTA 5 tests. But you guys should check that out if you enjoy these videos, because I've done almost 100 of them at this point. I think it's like 86 or 87, somewhere around there, maybe more. We're definitely not going fast. This is not going to be a great time. But the thing is, the car can't let you down, because your expectations are already very low. Because if you have a vehicle that is going its top speed around the entire track, like since we got up to speed, it's probably pretty slow. Because I'm pretty sure that this hasn't left 80 yet. Nope. We're going like 81. Wow. And the other thing is, this probably doesn't even need great brakes, because the brakes only need to stop it from 80. Never goes faster than that unless you have someone pushing you. Gonna try to stay inside or on the yellow line. Sometimes that's not always easy to do. Okay, what'd we get? 2 minutes 57.044 seconds. I'm not sure how good that is, so let's head on over to the leaderboard and see where we placed. As you can see, the Vulcar Fagaloa did very bad. Came in obviously 83rd place, 2 minutes 57.044 seconds. I didn't expect it to do good. It did go as fast as little slower, but almost as fast as the Liberator, which is a monster truck, which sounds better than it actually is. It's a couple seconds faster than the Albany Emperor, which is a car instead of a, I don't know, it's bad. And then there's a hearse. I don't know how the Romero hearse was that slow, honestly, but it's faster than a hearse. Everything from here on out is obviously going to be faster than the Bravado half track. I can't really imagine anything else that's going to be slower than that. I didn't have high hopes for this vehicle to be like, oh, it's going to come in first place. I knew it wasn't going to come anywhere close. But it's a fun car to drive. I think that's what matters about this vehicle, is it's fun, but not fast. But let's head on over to the drag track and see what we can get with it there. I'm not expecting this to do good on this one at all. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to do good on the other one. But this one, I think, is going to be a lot clearer of how slow this actually is. Man. Yeah, this has, like, the 50s and 60s written all over the interior. The mirrors actually somewhat work. Except you can't see other cars through the mirrors. It's kind of weird. You can drive around right next to a car and then look in the mirror and there's no cars. It's only the map. Okay, let's see what we got. 33.969 seconds. Not sure where that's at, so let's head on over to leaderboard and see where we placed. Again, the Fagaloa did horrible. Still coming in on the last page, this time 79th place at 33.969 seconds. Still close to the Romero hearse, still faster than the Romero hearse. The Bobcat is also, it's faster, but it was also faster on the last track too, was the point I was just trying to get across. It's not that good of a car, I'm going to be honest. I might keep it, I might sell it, I'm not completely sure. It'll probably just be a car that I keep in my garage, and then when I need space, I'll just sell it. That way I can get some money, but until that point comes, I'm probably just going to mess around with it and drive it occasionally. I don't plan on having that be, like, my primary vehicle, because usually I just use the Oppressor as my primary vehicle. For those of you who don't know, it's the rocket bike. I'm not one of those people, by the way, that run around and be a douchebag and just blow up people. I use it specifically for getting shipments and stuff in the game, like getting products for like the Coke business or meth, or getting supplies for my bunker so I can make guns and make money, just because that's the fastest way to get around. So I don't see this vehicle replacing that. I do in the future plan on doing a video of the Oppressor, which I don't know why I didn't do one yet, because I've had the bike for a long time. I figured I'd address this now since I am talking about that vehicle. For the vehicles like the half-track, I waited until I got it maxed out to test it, because I don't know if there's, like, if the different mounted machine guns make a difference with it. So I waited until I got the best mounted machine gun that I could get before I tested it. Just the other day, I got all of the stuff unlocked and attached for the weaponized Tampa, so I will be doing that one sometime soon. But I've had the Oppressor maxed out for some time now, probably maybe a month after the update came out, maybe even a couple weeks. But that is going to be the end of this episode. Please put down in the comments below what vehicle you would like to see me test next. If you can't think of one, just, like, if you have an idea of one, make sure you go through, like, the playlist first to make sure I didn't already do it. But that will be the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. And if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to watch one of my previous, next, and related videos, and don't forget to check out my other social medias in the description down below.